Hello, my dear Aries. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between November 16 to November 30, 2016, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. So, November 16 to 17, we will have the Leonids meteor shower that was last seen in its greatest magnitude in 2001. It has a yearly shower but peaks every 33 years, where hundreds of meteors per hour can be seen. The waning gibbous moon from the full moon, supermoon November 14 will block the fainter meteors this time. But in 2001, the meteors could be seen also in sunset and sunrise, so it's really beautiful. So if it comes like that, watch it. So November 29, we will have the new moon in daytime, so nighttime will be really dark. For you stargazers out there. So I call the divine with love and light. I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world. And I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Aries. So I want my dear Aries to have love in their life, to find themselves in loving relationship, and also I want them to have creative success and find themselves walking to their highest destiny. Okay, so it was already done so fast these days. So okay, I will just tune in a little bit. So this is the future, this is the now, and here's the past. So the now will probably be the last part of November 2016, but whenever you watch this, it's probably the exact right time to see it. So the first card for you, Aries, is Page of Swords. I think I saw this also with Scorpio. Had a Page of Swords like this coming up really fast. Page of Swords is your clear thought. It's pure air. So it's very clear. It's very about truth. So you need to be very truthful to yourself. You can't compromise yourself, and you need to get your voice heard. And sometimes it's also about new ideas coming really rapidly, like new visions, new things coming into your life. And it's a page, so it might be a really young energy coming in, and it doesn't have to be a person. It can be from you, also actions, reactions from persons also, and different energies being present in your life. This energy is about telling the truth. It's an eagle here, so it's seeing things from an eagle's perspective. That is your soul's perspective. When you are, especially when in relationship, that you try to see things from a higher altitude, and align yourself, with your true voice. Be like the kind of align yourself with your soul. Many people are going around trying to be someone else, which they're not. So try to find out who you are and then be that person to its full extent. So beautiful card, Page of Swords. And here we have the Moon card. So the Moon card is a shadowy place. I think this is your inner child wants to make its voice heard. So it might have been like you have gone through many traumas in your life, and you haven't really been able to be your true self. This Moon card is a place of terror. It's a place of nightmares. It's a place of fears. But it's also a place of treasures. And she has the Ace of Wands here in her hand, walking through this desolated marshy landscape with wolves accompanying her. Sorry, and she has also keys here in her belt, if you can see. So this is a person on a mission, of course. And she is companioned by the wolves. That's kind of your ancestors, the thing from the north, the creatures from the north. They work in pack and have the same goal. So it might be that you have spiritual and I can't say it. Yeah, spiritual comrades, we say instead. It might be deceased ancestors that's walking alongside of you, because you're not only solving your own problems, you're solving kind of a long lasting, long going back in the eons, social karma. So it might have run in your family for a long time. So they are with you. They are very anxious for you to align yourself with your inner child, like the person you were before you went down in this third dimension, because you were supposed to come down as you were. But when you came down into family with a certain kind of karma, a certain kind of they have been through a lot of traumas and a lot of hardship, and that has shaped them into the beings that they were. And even if you haven't been through their trauma, you can have their memories stored in your cells, in your DNA, in your memory. So still, even if you haven't been in war, you haven't been left outside in cold, you haven't been neglected, this is kind of running in your family trait, and it's seems to be your job to see this and dissolve it. And how do you do this? Actually, it wasn't really possible before to do this in this full extent as it's happening now. But now we are supposed to clean this planet out of the old karma. So we are getting a tremendous help from the position that we have taken in the Milky Way right now. So we are going to release a lot of old karma, and you just need to go along with it. It can be a lot of pain that needs to be transformed. It's kind of you being like a black hole, swallowing all of these old things, but it's also transforming into light when it comes through your attention and your vision. So you need to find the person that you were when you came, and try to align yourself with that person, and let this tremendous maybe pain, depression, a lot of pressure, different kind, and also sorrow and sadness, and just let it pass through you, because it needs to be released now. It wants to come back to being light again. Everything is light. It came from light, and it's going to return to light, but it has been like kind of stored as information in your cells, but cells stored like information that has been kind of gloomy. And we are going to heighten our vibration, so we can't really take this with us where we're going now. So you need to let it go. And this is in the past, so it's probably something that you might have lived with maybe your whole life, but maybe also just for this past time that you have been aware of this family trauma thing. So this is 21 world card. This is the ending of a cycle. This is a karma that's no more. It's kind of you walking on your highest path, being very clean, being very purely you. This is how it's supposed to be now. So this is abundance. This is a diploma for work very well done. So it's another confirmation that you don't need to carry this anymore. It's old. You have inherited this, maybe because your parents and grandparents and so on had a lot of trauma. They might have been through things, and they treated you in certain ways that made you traumatized too. But this is now supposed to be released. It's kind of time for it to let it go. And just heed the message, like align yourself with yourself. That's the most important thing. Here you have a 2 of swords, so that's kind of you having a hard time with doing this. Maybe you feel like you're split a little bit between the person that you think that people are wanting and the person that you really is. So this woman here, she has kind of turned away from her waters, is her emotions, and the moon. See the moon here, so she has also crossed her arms across her heart chakra. So you see, it's almost she has taken another aim at this. She's kind of trying to not feel this pain, maybe. but it's just for a while. It's a little resistance here. You are a bit shocked. You haven't been have to face maybe all this old pain before, so you don't know where it comes from, and you think you're going crazy, and why am I like this now? I used to be so level-headed and knew who I was and where I was going, and now suddenly all this pain and all this it can be nightmares sometimes as well, but it's a lot of fears and a lot of anxiety. It can sit in the body sometimes, or someone will it seems like you have more a problem with your thoughts maybe going around a little bit. Just accept the situation. It's not going to be here forever, but it just wants to be seen by you. It wants to be transformed by you. It wants to have your attention. So it's kind of you being a witness to this, being blindfold here. It's maybe you're seeing this inwardly instead. So you're kind of the witness to a lot of past trauma for many thousands of people with generation going back, especially in your family. But it's also when you do this, you will spread this relief that you are going to make. You are going to spread it to a lot of people around you. But it's a lot of resistance here with you because maybe you have certain kind of survival skills that make you don't want to feel your feelings. So it's kind of pressure building it up here because it's a lot of feelings wants to go through you. And if you are the kind of person that doesn't want to feel your feeling, what's indicated here in this card, I don't want to feel this. I don't want to see this. I don't want to put attention to it. I want to have a happy day. I don't want to cry. I don't want to lay in bed having a boring time, just feeling of my aches and pains and sadness. But you need to do this. It's kind of a lot of pressure that coming. There's a lot of energy, and you can run as fast as you like and try to avoid this, but it will catch up with you because it's in you. You can't, wherever you go, there you are. Okay, so wherever you go, you will still have the same problem. So you can't run away from this. You need to go through it, and you need to face it. This is you running away from us, but it's also good because you have the castle here, and the castle is all that is you, all your rooms, all your possibilities, all your thoughts, all your personalities. So here you can find a lot of information of how to be more like yourself. But the best way to connect to this castle is actually to connect to your feelings, which you are currently here. In the past, for many of you, for someone it will happen now. You're currently suppressing this. So that's a problem. Because it's how can it come through you when you are saying no to it? It's kind of a block. So the next card here is the Knight of Cups. So that's a beautiful, light-hearted energy that you're actually kind of devoting yourself to those feelings. It might be also a person coming with another perspective for you, or your inner child is coming with another perspective for you, and you're kind of holding the emotion here, the divine feminine, like the Holy Grail, and you're kind of prepared for do this. So something has changed here rapidly. Something has really gone around. Maybe you have felt like some kind of need that actually have opened your heart. Love, for example, is a beautiful way to open one's heart and be able to align yourself with your feelings even when they are painful, because love is such a strong force. It's kind of a gravity. So this is a beautiful card. You're still armored, like having a bit of a shelter here, but it's blue. It's very much of hope. So we'll see. Some people will have also an offer coming in, maybe, or some kind of second chance, or something beautiful happening here. And here you have also Queen of Pentacles. So Queen of Pentacles is you have air here, you have water, you have earth. The only fire you have is this 10 of Wands here. You are fire, Aries, but this is Queen of Pentacles. So this is someone stable, that's kind of brave. Because to be stable and to be able to be there for other people and to have this kind of loyalty and this love, the green color, abundance, how earth is feeding you, and kind of giving you this beautiful environment. You need to be very brave. You need to be able to also be able to feel each other people's feelings. When you become a mother, you'll be able to feel other people's feelings because you are going to be there to fill their needs. So this person isn't afraid of their inner child, Page of Swords here, feeling. So they can have this attention to them and face their pain and stay with them and say, okay, where's the pain located? I will help you. I will stay. What do you feel now? How does it feel? And you know, when a child has fallen maybe and scratched their knee, she will be there to help them. So this is how it's kind of implied that if you open your feelings with the Knight of Cups, maybe you can find someone to rely on that's kind of can help you with this opening of your feelings. That can be a good example. Or maybe you have this person inside of you, like you can take forward the mother quality and kind of help your inner child through this nightmarish. You know, when a child also wake up from a nightmare, you can come and say, okay, I'm here. So this is what you need to do. Say to your inner self, to all the aches and pains and worries and strifes, I'm here. I listen to you. And don't want them to heal. Don't want to fix it. Listen. When a person listens to what you have to say and kind of give a little feedback and kind of are aimed to solving your problems, there's a much greater chance that you will heal rather than if they just say, well, rise up, brush yourself off, and we go on with our daily business because we don't waste time with having this hurt. You will just push it down then and go on and trying to be a happy person when you're not. So you need to have this kind of mother quality that's giving attention to the trauma and being patient enough to actually be in it, really stable and not flee from it. Just staying there with this. Oh, it comes again. Here's the Empress as well. So we had this with the 21 world card also, the abundance, the feminine divine quality, 21, 2 plus 1, 3, Empress. So it's very much abundance coming in here. So it might be that your inner goddess is kind of awakening now, your inner feminine, and she is like a roaming wild animal, and she's also a mother. She's both the kind of volcanic eruption that you are building up for here, but she's also the one that feeds you. She is both death and rebirth. So she is the mother that's giving life to the child. You see, she's pregnant here, but she's also nature that takes your life when you are through with it, when it's time to move on. So it's very profound, this, and it can be scary. And the only way to wake your feminine qualities is actually through the moon, through your feelings. So it's very natural that you are going through this process now. It has been some resistance, but it seemed to resolve itself a little bit here. Maybe you get some help from the outside. This is the Queen of Pentacles, is kind of the mother of the queens. Queen of Cups is as well, but she's more emotional. This is a more stable quality through all these emotions, because the moon might be your feeling may go like this all the time, so you might think that you are going crazy. The Knight of Cups is kind of more accepting passionate feelings because it's in his nature. So underneath Two of Swords, you got the Four of Wands. So it might be that you have had kind of a relationship between friends, family or spouses, or in the workplace or whatever, where you haven't been really talking about things. But now it seems like people want to have a new stability in their life. They want to have something to lean back towards. This is bonds tied together. It's flower. It's kind of a harvest feast, like kind of celebrating a hard time is over. So it seems a very stable thing going on here in the middle. It might be a great love affair, someone that you really love and you can rely on, that's always kind of there. And you might be that kind of love for someone in their life. And here is like this more young energy coming and wanting to embrace this feminine, beautiful quality. The Four of Wands is more masculine energy, but it's still talking about harvest, about weddings, about celebrations, engagement, housing, moving in together. So it's a very feminine wand card. The next card is actually the Queen of Cups. So you have all the mothers here, both the Queen of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Queen of Cups. So it's something you are working with the mother, with Earth, with your mother, with female people in your life, with your own femininity, with the source of life, with emotions. There's not logic is giving away for natural powers. It's kind of the natural powers is taking over, and you have kind of tried to resist it, but here it comes really beautifully into your life, and taking its right kind of place. It just wants to be here. It just wants to make room, and it wants to be. It's kind of taking its respect when it comes. It's the feminine has been a bit like downsized, we can say, with a good word, for the last 6,000 years. But here we see it comes in full bloom, and it comes through kind of depression, and you have tried to suppress it, but here it just blooms out in a beautiful thing. And this is creativity, this is love, this is long-term love, like this is a dog, and it's kind of with these females, it's very much loyalty. So it's something that seemed to have been there for a long time. We see a lot of soul connection also to the world card and being on its highest path. So it's kind of something that's long lasting, that won't go away. It has come, and it's kind of here to stay. So it's something going on in your life that's kind of envisioning another type of future than the logic one. It's more earthy one. And here you have a Seven of Wands. So it might be that you are waiting kind of for someone. You have made maybe a proposal, or someone have made a proposal to you, and they are waiting kind of your answer in anticipation, it seems. So it's a longing here that wants to be come out in full bloom. With the Seven of Pentacles, you need to embrace yourself with some kind of patience, because it might take a while. It's a lot of work that need to be done before it's ready. And maybe for some, with Seven of Pentacles, you sometimes say that look around and see if it's worth the wait. But I don't think we need to say this in this situation, because all of the very stable queens here, and also the Four of Wands, that's giving a lot of stability. So I think this situation won't go away. So just embrace yourself with patience. Whatever will happen will unfold in due time. So try to have this kind of patience. Here you have an Ace of Swords coming in. So we had pure air here as well, and we had the Two of Swords, that's kind of Libra, trying to see things both ways. But here is kind of seeing things in one way, and it's and in a very profound, like from above kind of way. So it's something with this nightmarish thing, and this loyalty and abundance with the feminine. And this might be an earth sign person here that's need to kind of speak their truth. And it doesn't have to be an earth sign person. It can be any sign, but a person that's really stable with their love and not afraid of their dark sides, or their kind of more nightmarish sides. They are not afraid of this. It's a very bravery coming in here. Ace of Swords is kind of a new mission. It's kind of also speaking the truth. It's kind of the feminine getting its voice back, and your old hurt might get its voice back. So it's something that's going on here for you, that's kind of liberating. It's something that wants to be liberated. It's something that wants to be seen. It's something that wants to be said. So the key is a lot with this attention, putting attention on things, seeing things, like seeing your thoughts, seeing what you really want, like through the core of things. Okay, so the next card for you is Page of Cups. So here all the feeling comes like really strongly through this feminine, divine feminine quality. So it needs to come. You have tried to suppress it. You have tried to not break down. You want to have a brave face. Maybe you want to be a person that's kind of capable. But here it says, no, it's a no-go. You need to let it, you need to go with the flow. You need to take this emotion when it comes because it wants to teach you something. It wants to be there for you. It wants to heal you. So don't be afraid, even if it's dark and heavy. It's there to make a beautiful, beautiful tomorrow. This is, you have pure water here, pure air here, pure water. So it's something kind of very clean energy. It's going to clean out your life in some manner, like make it more, like heighten your vibration. And so go with it, even if it's a bit scary. It might be someone here. You have two persons kind of coming with offerings here. Queen of Cups, she's not offering anything. She's kind of waiting for people to come to her. She's more receptive. But those two is kind of outgoing a little bit and saying, this is what I want. This is how I feel. This is what I long for. Because it's about longing from the bottom of your heart, longing from your inner child's kind of view. What you want to see here. And of course, for many of you, this might be a childbirth as well. We have the World card here, some kind of a soul going down in a body and being born here. And this is very good with the waiting. So for many of you, it's kind of a pregnancy, this going on, like being in expecting. So something beautiful is coming here in your life. But it's going to many phases and you need to just follow it. Like a pregnant mother, you need to follow every phase that you are going through with the hormones, with the distress, with the tiredness. It's kind of you going through a birth canal here, and you need to embrace it and not resist it. So the next card for you is the Fool. So again, with the child, you have now 3 children here in your so it's something very profound with going back to healing that child that came in. It's the dog again, the loyalty and openness, actually being true to what you really feel and kind of admit it, at least for yourself. This is again bravery, but it's a bit naive, so it's kind of impulsive. So maybe you have an impulsive inner child that has a longing and wants to say something and is kind of waiting for the right time to do this. So it's something very, very beautiful that wants to get voiced here in your life. It's something that has been maybe dormant for a time, but now, and you have tried to resist it a little bit, but now it just wants to come. It just wants to be seen. It just wants to be heard. The last card here is Karma. So it's up to you kind of to do this now. We have the moon blocking the sun, and we have you trying to not feel this block. You don't want to. You're resisting it and you kind of want to flee, but it's now. The time is now. You need to do this now, and it's a very beautiful reward that will come out of this. You are releasing eons of karma, so you can actually step out of this as a really happy and light person without any of the problems that you had before, the fears that you had before, the anxiousness, your ego things. Everything will be gone. So it's kind of a very big reward if you just go through this and let it happen to you, and just the moon is blocking the sun, and that is your emotions need to be gone through before this happiness can come. So you need to see everything that has been here in the phases of the moon, all the karma things, all your wounds, all your also pains and aches in body will lead you towards what has been happening to you or maybe your ancestors once in the time, and it wants to be released now. So yes, it's both those cards is for karma. So it might be that you have relationship right now that's very significant for this. It might be a past life connection, but it's also very soul connection, very beautifully. So it might come a child as well. That's a kind of going to be an answer for a lot of old karmic issues, and coming with a new breath. But you can be that child just by aligning yourself with yourself. And the Empress she's the central sun, and she comes really central here in this spread. So it's some feminine quality within you that's kind of nurturing and giving love and radiates this warmth through its surrounding. Even though it's going through some emotional time, it can still be in love, and it doesn't have to protect itself. It doesn't have to resist. It can be very just flowing, just being with whatever is, kind of accepting of the now. So it's a beautiful reading for you, Aries. It seems to be a time of letting go of what has been, and kind of just seeing it and then letting it go. But don't be hasty with the healing process. Don't try to have it over with, because this will only cause more resistance. So I will take some cards for you from the past life oracle card. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, sorry. Oh, yes, the Hawk Prince. I think it's very relevant for you, Aries. You are kind of very you're kind of having a very nice spiritual connection, but you have it, but you kind of haven't want to maybe admit to it, and now it wants to come through here. Spirit communication, paying attention. So it's kind of what you are doing in this situation as well. And it comes from the heart. It's very heart-centered, and it's this bird of prey again that you have had, that you had in the Ace of Swords. So it's kind of some message wants to come through, someone contacting you. It might be like a person also that's dear to you that might contact you through email or phone or something. But it's definitely also a spirit communication. So you have this beautiful connection with through your inner child, actually, through your kind of humbleness and your awareness. So that's something, a quality that you can develop during this time. And here you have the Phoenix also. So it's resurrection and surrender to change. It kind of needs to be, it needs to change this. You have this suppression. You don't want to change, but you need to. You just need to jump in the boat and go with the flow, whatever it takes you, and be brave, because this is trial by fire. So it's not an easy thing. But you are fire, Aries, so you are equipped for doing this, and there will be a new tomorrow that's much more profound and more happy when you have solved all these karma things here. Maybe for not only you, but also for when you are resolving things, you are resolving things from people around, for people around you, like in circles. So your children won't have to have the same social inheritance that your parents had, and you can break circles with, diseases like this. If you have a certain disease in your family, you don't need to have it anymore because you have resolved it. You have letting it go. Oh, we have the mother coming here, really central. So I think you are really dealing with the mother quality, like how you were taken care of, how you have been, because this is kind of an orphan child here. This Page of Swords is someone that's really used to taking care of him or herself, and here is the mother taking care of her children. So it's something that you need to maybe feel, just lay in the grass or in your bed and just feel like how you're taken care of by the earth. You're kind of you're lying there in like having a firm, stable bottom to lie on. You are not falling anywhere. You are very taken care of. You are protected by the earth. She's not letting you fly away to the space or anything. She's taking care of you and having her in her warm embrace, feeding you, giving you whatever you need. So try to put yourself in this position instead of being the one that needs to fix everything for itself, that you're kind of taken care of. I think you need to feel this feeling of being taken care of. It's a lot of with children here. And children needs to feel like they are supported if they are going to grow up to adults that's kind of happy and free of pain. So it's see if we can see something more with the children part here. Okay, it's something with male females rather. Aries is a very male sign, so it might be that the feminine part has been imprisoned and needs to be released and needs to be acknowledged and needs to be respected and honored within you. Like just existing without working, just being a person alive without doing any useful thing. You still have a worth. So it's kind of this quality that you need to tune into. Okay. So this is where you put all your things that you don't think that you're kind of that is accepted. It's 10 of Wands is the same quality. In many cards, 10 of Wands is a person. It's kind of suppression of maybe new ideas and things that want to come through. How you kind of you can see this in governments imprisoning people that's kind of too having too much a vision of the future, or having too much revolutionary ideas. So it's kind of what's happening within you as well. Okay, my dear Aries, I hope this helped and that it was resonating with you. And I need to say I'm so thankful for all of you watching, liking and subscribing to my videos. I'm also really thankful for the beautiful comments that you are giving on the pages, and it seems to be a big release going on, and you are going through kind of a birth canal, and it's really beautiful and really hopeful for the future. I think you are going to be very happy when you have gone through this. It seems to be very happy and very stable and very new and pristine. It's something beautiful that's making its way to your life. So embrace it and take it as it is. Don't try to alter it. Just enjoy it in the now. Okay, take really good care, and I hope to see you again in the beginning of December. Okay, bye-bye.